Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity to call this meeting to order. It's a special meeting, June 16th, 2022. It's now 7 o'clock. Roll call, please.
Peggy. Here. Jack.
Here.
John.
Here.
Marianne.
Here.
Terry.
Here. At this time, I would like to request an executive session. May I have roll call, please?
Marianne.
Here. Yes.
John.
Here.
Jack.
Yes.
Peggy.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes. So at this time, we would go into executive session to discuss a few things. At this time, I would like to make a motion to come out of the executive meeting. Roll call, please.
Peggy.
Yes, is that what you want? Yes.
Jack.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
Marianne.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes. Okay.
And so that your record of the meeting is correct, the executive session was pursuant to Columbiana City Code, or actually the Ohio Revised Code, section 121.22 G3, for the purpose of meeting with counsel concerning a matter that could lead to litigation. All right.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Mr. Macklin, are you present? Could you come up to the microphone and kind of give your...
Thank you. Appreciate this.
Hit the little button there to turn that green, please. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I know it's a rough situation here. The reason I'm here is I'm appealing the ruling of where I put a swimming pool at my home. I came in, I got a permit. I did all the steps that I properly was supposed to do. I spoke with the gentleman that gives out the permits. I told him exactly what I was doing. 4-foot fence facing Main Street, and then a 6-foot on the property line. And we talked about not putting it on the property line. And he told me I had everything that I needed and I was good to go. So I proceeded, I built the pool, put the pool in, the company came in, Blue Poles came in, built the pool. It was built, then the next day, Augie brought me a paper saying that I put the pool in an area that was not allowed. At that time, when I got the permit, I got a receipt and I got a permit. I did not get no zoning rules. I didn't get nothing saying where I could or couldn't put that pool. He did not come to my house, take pictures. He did not ask for a drawing. He told me I was good to go, so I put my pool in. And it's not a Walmart special pool. It's a very nice $12,000 pool built by a company that will be there long after all of us. So that's why we're here today. So I am here to ask that the pool can stay in that area. I will do whatever it takes as far as a fence it in. It is not to the front of my house, but it is to the side. It is tucked into a corner. I've spoke with many people. A lot of people don't even know it's there unless they have to look for it.
So at this point, you're stating that you were not made aware of the ordinance regarding
No,
the
sir.
location of swimming pools?
No, sir, was not given anything. I was giving a receipt, paper, and I was giving my permit. I was never giving any codes, paper codes. I was never giving any ordinances. I was never told that you could not build to the side or to the front of your house. None of them things were discussed to me. He said that I was good to go. We spoke many times. I talked about the fence, and he said, okay, you got everything. You know what you're doing. He said, but you don't have to build a fence if you have locking steps. I said, it does have locking steps, but I would like to make it private. So I would like to put the fence, the pool in. So that was the discussion. Obviously, since he's known my family after that, everything we talked about family. Other than that, nothing ever was said about codes or ordinances whatsoever. Not till the next day, after the pool was already built, finished, filling with water, he brought me a paper, and then city manager also.
Does anyone else at this time have questions they would like to ask? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Now, we have neighbors and so forth here. Would you like to come up and state your name for the records? And
I'm Nora Solomon, and I'm here to object to the appeal of Robert Macklin to have an up-ground pool in his side, and I'm saying slash front yard, because it appears more to the front than the side. I live at 410 North Main Street. This property is catty-cornered from his, and I own the property at 367 North Main, which is right beside the Macklins to the north. And this is a rental property. So I am here representing two North Main Street neighboring properties. The pool in question is against our Columbiana laws. It is on Columbiana's main thoroughfare leading to our downtown and is unsightly. And to most people, just does not make sense to have a pool in your front yard. I am asking this zoning committee to deny Mr. Macklin's request for an appeal. And I would also hope that Mr. Macklin would be given a specific short time to get the pool down. Thank you.
thank you. Do we have any other guests at this point that wish to speak?
Run this job for a good 8 years, and everybody, matter of fact, I did a poll today. And we did start a new policy, bring a drawing, and I give them the code, so that there's no misconstruction. So anyway, I did announce, or to, like to everybody, backyard, backyard, backyard. Where the confusion came, I don't know. Basically, all I can tell you is, he said something about behind my garage. I said, well, I don't know, backyard, as long as it's in the back. I never went and looked at the site. I never usually do. But we did start a new policy where I'm gonna go inspect them. They are bringing a drawing. So that's basically all I can tell you. As best I can remember.
At this point, do we have anyone else that wishes to make a statement or anything? Okay.
Could I come back up? Is that okay? Or you already-
Yes, sir. You can come back up.
My question is you're telling me now that you started a new policy. I know I spoke with you and I know I spoke with you. That was my suggestion, to start the policy because of this situation. Is obviously when I came and did this, whether he understood what I was talking about or whether I understood, it's his job. That's derelict of his duty, not mine. He knows the laws. He gives out the permits. Like he said, he's been doing it for how long? 8 years. I'm not supposed to know the laws. It's not my job. And that's what I'm saying is, it was my suggestion that you start the packets, that it comes out being inspected. At this point, whenever, if you change your minds of where I have to move my pool, now it's money in my pocket, my family's pocket, out of their mouths, that we have to take care of this over somebody else's derelict of duty, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
My name is Rick Noel. I'm the mayor of Columbiana. And I want to say, first of all, that in my whole time being mayor, which isn't that long, over a year, I never got as many phone calls as I got about this swimming pool. I mean, I got them instantaneously. People saying, how could you build a swimming pool in the front yard? Why is this person allowed? It's right on our main street. And I think the question is, I'm sitting out here wondering, the elephant in the room is, I'd like to ask the gentleman, did he say, I'm building it behind his garage?
I did. I said I'm putting it behind my garage, and I'm putting a 48-inch fence up to block it from the main road.
Okay.
That's what
Question,
was said.
did he say to you in your back, wouldn't he assume behind your garage would mean in the backyard?
You can't assume. That is not his job to assume. His job is to, if he has any question, to come to the site to see it. His job is not to assume anything. His job would be to make sure that I know the proper laws
Is it his responsibility or
It is
your?
his responsibility.
Is it your responsibility?
It's his responsibility. It's his job to make sure that he wrote me the permit. If he wrote me the permit, giving me the permit to allow it, then yes, I'm gonna follow what he tells me. True.
Okay,
My
I do have,
question would become, I'm sorry.
yeah. Mr. Macklin, I do have a question. You said that you were gonna put it behind your garage, which is in the backyard?
It's in the side yard, actually. What has happened is the house has been refurbished. And when it
Yeah.
was refurbished, they built an extending garage with an apartment over top. So what it does is it goes in an L. So where the pool sits, it is like the backside of my garage off to the side. If the garage wasn't there, it would be like a big side yard, complete side yard right to the driveway. And it was refurbished back in the day.
The garage is backwards. Okay.
Yeah, it's backwards, correct.
I guess I would say, when you're saying the back of the garage, I would consider that in the back, whatever way the garage was built or added on. I mean,
It was an add-on afterwards, so it's like backwards. The garage.
okay.
And then the whole thing is that not even just that part of saying the back of the garage, but I explained to him that I was gonna put 48. That's automatic that he would know that that's to the front of the house. Because that's what your zoning is, because he actually said that that's correct. And I said 3 times over 48 inches, right? Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
Okay.
6 foot, and do not put it on your property. 6 foot, do not put it on your property. And he said, make sure that the pool is far enough off the property lines. It is 5 to 6 feet.
Okay. All right, I think at this point, we've heard discussions from everybody as to what has taken place. So at this point, I would like to make a motion to deny the appeal.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mary Ann,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Peggy,
Peggy. Hello. Yes.
Terry,
Yes. Okay, at this point, I guess what you need to do now is to talk to your next move. But it has been denied to your appeal to leave the pool where it's at.
My question now is, would it be possible if I have to move this pool, which obviously we're gonna go leave. But my question is the city willing to go halves on with me moving? They're like, his duty to
No.
do this.
No,
The ordinances.
no, it's not.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know for my turn.
Okay. Mark, do you have anything you wish to add at this point?
No, the only thing I would say is, just so Mr. Macklin understands, this isn't, the Board of Zoning Appeals can't decide if the city is willing to work with you on. It's really, so what I'm getting at is, this isn't the appropriate forum to even ask that. So, yeah, I think Mr. Kelly is right in stating exactly what he did. Want to have any further discussions, that's another matter. At this point, you would probably contact either myself or Mr. Willie.
Okay, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second that.
Roll call, please.
Peggy,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mary Ann, and Terry.
Yes.